Welcome back to the Becoming Relentless podcast. I am your host, Danielle Kissenberger, and I am joined with
Cecily Wesh. And we're missing Noah today. She's a little under the weather, but she'll be back and ready for action in the next time we record.
And so it's just us two. We call it Cec and D talks.
Cec and D time. Yes. So I hope that you're ready to kind of dive in, get to know a little bit more about us, our relationship, because I really do think that it's super special. So
It is special.
Yeah.
She's had many, and she still has many friendships, like with people that she grew up with. I don't. You're my best friend, and you're like you're like my longest friendship.
Yeah.
Which is 2 years. And
We're coming up on 2 years in August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think we met in July because I came down to sign the contract on my house. And we met like at the Domain. Me and Justin, we all met up. And that was the first time we actually met in person.
Yeah.
But we were already talking about moving in with each other at that point.
So random.
Which is super random because like we weren't even like Instagram friends. Because you know how you have like social media friends? We weren't even that. Like I literally had she had DM'd me something like nice. And I was like, oh, I'm moving down. And she was like, oh, I'm so excited. And then I was telling her about how I'm buying my house. And like I was thinking about like getting a roommate, someone to live with me. And she's like, well, my lease is up. And I was like, cool, let's do it.
Yeah. And what's super funny about it is like I don't live with other people. I don't even really talk to other people that like, in that type of way.
Yeah.
You know, like my friend group is like very,
very small.
Yeah. And so just to like hop in and live with someone, it was like super random.
It was just like you took a shot.
Yeah.
And it all worked out.
But I knew your vibe in a way.
It's kind of like you see someone, you see how they move, how they interact with others, and you're like, yeah, I can get down with that.
You were your own person, and that's what like really allowed. Like that's big for me, especially living with someone. And then we became like each other's people.
Yes.
So it was like, which is even cooler though. Yeah. And now you're my older sister.
Yes.
Yeah. Best friend, older sister. You have all the things.
I get to hold those titles, and it's super special.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I've never had like a little sister. I'm an only child, and Danielle's an only child, so getting to kind of fill that gap for each other, I think is super cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It's special. Like we said, or like you said, our friendship is special because it's different. It's like a lot of things. But you've had so many friendships growing up, like a ton, and you're still close with a lot of those people, which is different from me.
Yeah. I don't know. I've told you this a lot. It's just like I tell people this. I mate for life. Like my people become my people, and they become family to me. Like I don't have a single friendship that has had a falling out, or that like if I go and it's not like I talk to like all my friends. Like I have friends from elementary school. Madison, my best friend, she was like my best friend ever since first grade. We met in first grade, and we've been really great friends ever since. We don't talk every single day, but like when we do talk to each other, it's like no time has passed, and we're still there, and we're still connected. And I don't know. I just think that to me, because I was an only child, I sought out friendships, and they became something that was extremely important to me, where that's where I filled my cup, was pouring into them and like finding that camaraderie.
And that's how like you do that still, like like to this day. Like I can tell it's easy as your friend to know what impacts your friends have on you, and like how your friendships within your life affect how you glow in life as well. And like even when Madison came down 2 weeks ago, like dude, y'all's friendship is just so low key. Like you said, like you don't have to keep up with it.
No, it can be low maintenance.
Yeah.
All of my friendships, I will say, are like extremely low maintenance. Like we don't have to put a lot of effort into the relationship itself, but we know at the end of the day that we have each other's backs. We're there, and like we're just going to always love each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes it special. Y'all were friends since first grade?
Since first grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
How many years is that?
Oh my God. Okay. So there's 12 for high school.
Yeah.
All through high
Dude,
school.
I feel this.
And then I've been out of high school for almost 10 years. So we're coming up on like 20 years, I think, of being friends.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's like a marriage.
Yeah, that
I'm
is
basically
wild,
married.
Huh? Yeah. I mean, she just got married and I was just her
Okay.
maid of honor this last summer.
Wait, wasn't her and her boyfriend high school sweethearts?
They were middle school sweethearts.
Oh, that's even more insane.
Yeah, I think they met or they started dating when they were like 13.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like you look back, everyone involved so much, like including us. Like we weren't the same person we were.
Yeah.
But like everyone's doing their own thing. Like it's cool that they got to like grow those transformative years like together and like it's the person that they were when they first started and like who they are now, like different, but still
they were
work.
able to still work and like grow through each other.
Yeah.
It's really exciting and cool to see.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I think that in a lot of like younger relationships, generally someone is like outpacing the other and they grow apart because, you know, people are able to level up and
they're not.
It's
easier to stay comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. And so they stay comfortable in the relationship. But I think for them, it really does show like they both have grown a ton in their time together.
Yeah. And even with that, like with friendships too, like at times people outgrow other people, but like you're still always like evolving with each other. Like, you know.
And I think like, yes, exactly. To your point, I think that in terms of like friendship and what a good friend is going to do, and the reason why I feel like a lot of my, not to be like, I am the friendship queen.
But you are.
I think the reason why a lot of friendships don't work out is just due to poor communication. They're scared to hurt their friends' feelings. They're scared to call them out. But they also don't know how to communicate around when they're, like if they do end up calling them out. Because I get it. It's easy to get frustrated with your friends sometimes with things that they're doing if their actions aren't aligning with, you know, what they want. And I think you just have to have that communication where it's like, I understand why you're doing this. Here's how I feel about it. But like not accusatory, you know, like let's talk about how we can make this better.
Yeah. Same with relationships too.
Yeah.
Well, that's super big. I think the biggest thing in relationships and friendships, you treat them the same way, just without the
just
sexual part. Yeah, just kidding. But the communication, but the communication's so big. And I will say like another thing too, and it shows character when you call your friend out, or if you move a little differently, like you say like, I have these goals. Say you're not in fitness, like y'all's thing, your friends and y'all eat out, you drink, you get drunk, you party, you do that, and then you work, and like that's y'all's thing. But say you're like, dude, I'm gonna join a transformation challenge, and like I'm not gonna be able to like drink all the time and eat all the time. And you tell them that, and the way they react, like some of them might not be supportive, and some of them might, but it does show a lot about their character. But like give them a chance, like tell them why, tell them like, you know.
Tell them why it's important to you and why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And that it doesn't have anything to do with them. That's why you're not doing this, but that you want to find other ways to connect other than partying.
And I will say if they lash out in a type of way or like they're like, I don't agree with this or whatnot, or why are you doing that? That's not you. I used to get that all the time.
Yep.
That's not you. Dude, you don't even, no. Back up right now. But it's usually because of something that they feel like it's internal. They're like, they probably feel uncomfortable that you're leveling up and they're like not at that point within their life. They're comfortable and they want to stay comfortable, which I've been there, you know, like
I've been there a lot.
When you're comfortable, but you want to stay comfortable.
Yeah.
Like we've all been there. But then things happen to you, but for you.
Exactly. That part. Yes. Things are always happening for you. If you look at it that way, everything is an opportunity. Hardships, sacrifices, the falling outs, everything is an opportunity for you to get better, no matter what it is. And let's say you do lose a friend. Well, that person just wasn't meant for you. That's okay. I think that a lot of people hold on to older relationships, older friendships, because they're scared of what life is going to look like without them.
That's so big. I know a lot of people like that right now.
Yeah, but it's like, sometimes the people, they just aren't there for you anymore, and it's okay. Like you guys can grow apart, but at the end of the day, like if you still want to support them and be your friend, which I think you should, you don't have to have that constant communication with them. Just keep them at a distance and love them and support them from a safe distance where you feel like you can still support yourself and your wants and needs.
Yeah, I agree.
It's creating boundaries.
Boundaries is so big. I like what you said. Sometimes like people are scared to end those friendships because they don't know what life looks like without them. life looks a lot better. It does though.
Yeah.
And like sometimes when friendships end, they will come back and and it might not be in a friendship way, but like in the future, y'all might like be more at a point where you're like supporting each other, even if y'all aren't tight.
Yeah.
Which is really good. I just think with every friendship that ends, there's also another one beginning. And sometimes you might only have one friend and that's all you have in life. You don't have family. You don't have anything. You have your job, your work, maybe a cat. But like, and if you have one friendship and like that's ending, it's okay.
Yeah.
Life moves on, move forward. I'm even getting a tattoo on my finger that says, it's an arrow. And it's obviously an arrow, just said that. And it means forward, always forward.
I love that. Like no steps back, only forward. I love that.
Yeah. Because it's easy to think back about everything, you know?
Just to dwell in the past.
Yeah. Because all we've ever lived is in the past.
Yeah.
We haven't lived in the future. So it's just like always reminding yourself, keep on going forward. Life doesn't move backwards, it moves forward.
Yep, it really does.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I ever told you I was going to get that tattoo.
No, you didn't, but I like it a lot.
I usually write it with a pen. And I was doing that for a while and I was like, you might as well just tattoo it off.
May as well just get it there forever.
But that's going to cost like $250 for two lines.
Probably.
It's crazy. We got a tattoo together.
We did. We got, is it?
I wonder if they can see it in the...
Probably not.
Turn my phone.
We got our little butterflies.
Yeah.
Half of a butterfly on her, half of a butterfly on me.
Yeah, and I got it on my side that's not my favorite side.
She sacrificed herself for me.
But you know, it helped. This is how our friendship works. It helped because by you making me do it on my not favorite side of my profile, it made me like show that side more, so I'd be more
and
confident
appreciate
with
it more. Oh, I love that. Yes.
Yeah. And I do feel like it's not something that I'm like hiding now.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. That makes me really, really happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's super cute. Dude, yeah. I love the butterfly.
Yes, it's very cute. But I guess something that I kind of want to touch on, because to me, this kind of ties into friendship, and a reason why I feel like my friendships have been, why I feel like they're so important and why they've been so successful. But like, what would you say is like your primary like driver in life? Like what moves you forward? What makes you, what fulfills you?
So I remember you asked me this question and I had two answers and I still have the two answers because they're true. So what moves me forward in life within myself is different within anyone that's in my life that's not me.
Yeah.
So like within my friendships is, well, how are we both impacting each other and helping each other grow? But with myself, it's a more selfish thing. So like if I'm not pushing myself to constantly get better, or if I feel like I'm not advancing in life, then like that is how I fill my cup. If I'm not good with that, you've seen.
Yes.
If I'm personally not good and I feel like I'm not advancing or something's off, then everything around me gets...
It can kind of take like a little bit of like a downturn.
And it's not like a horrible downturn. No. It's not my mood.
Yeah.
You can sense it.
And I'm also... I don't think a lot of other people can sense it. I really don't. But I am...
You sense it.
I'm a crazy...
You're the one that senses it.
Yeah, I'm a crazy empath. Like, I feel people's energy very heavily. Like, I walk into a room and I can tell exactly... It's really weird. I can feel how they're feeling. Like, in my mom... this is a crazy story and totally off topic, but my mom, she used to have an extremely stressful job and she'd come home and she would be so stressed out and like and she'd be acting like everything's fine. Like, you know, like just cooking dinner, like acting all happy, like saying like, how's your day, sweetie? Like things like that. But like, I could feel her stress and it would literally, I could feel it physically in my body, her stress. I could feel it.
Wow.
Like when people are like, if someone's energy is super strong towards a certain emotion, I just feel it very, very heavily. It's weird. And I've had to kind of learn how to navigate that and learn how to kind of adjust my own energy and not base it off of others. I appreciate that I can sense the energy because it does help me, you know, connect with other people. Like I feel like on a deeper level and be able to like sense and guide them. But it was a struggle for me to learn how to navigate that for myself so that I wasn't so heavily impacted by what other people were feeling.
Mm-hmm. Do you think, what was the biggest impact on you getting to that place? Was it just time?
It was just time, and like honestly having to learn that like I was feeling so off, like the self-awareness. It was basically like self-awareness, because I didn't really know that this was what was happening, but it was happening. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And one day it just like kind of clicked, like, oh, the reason why I feel this way is because I'm just feeling other people's emotions, and I'm allowing it to control how I feel. Mm-hmm. So I just had to learn how to kind of separate it and instead use it as a tool.
And I will say, I think a big part of that is because, not that you're, I'm going to use this word, and you know what's coming.
It's okay.
You know what's coming. And you're not this way at all anymore.
Yeah.
But it's easier for you to be, I don't know.
No, you can say
a people pleaser.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's easier for you to be a people pleaser than me. But yes. I don't think, but it's not bad. Like, you're not a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly, I don't take it as that bad of it.
I know. I just don't know what else word to say.
No, but it's true. That's what it is.
Well, your cup gets filled more so by everyone around you being happier and uplifted. Mine gets filled by that too, but it's more so filled by
like
how I'm
like a secondary
advancing.
It's like a secondary fulfillment for you when it's right
I'm
there.
A little more, and I don't want to say
there.
It's almost selfish to say.
No,
but it's not a selfish thing.
No, and I don't think. Honestly, I think that way you're going to cultivate a lot more success in your life. Like I mean, look at people who are generally really successful. They learn how to be selfish with their time, with their feelings, with their emotions, and it's just a fact of life, and it's okay. It's okay to be a little bit selfish. Like, that's something that I have to remind myself, because I do have a tendency to fall into people-pleasing patterns. Yeah. But I think that there's also a way, with enough self-awareness and reflection, that you can turn any weakness into a strength.
I agree.
Same goes with selfishness. Same goes with people-pleasing. Mm-hmm. Like, now I have found a way to route my people-pleasing into a conducive manner, through coaching, through being, someone who has an impact on social media. I get to bring people joy and fulfillment, and I get to fill their cups by just being me and providing them something that like is of worth and of value. And so that fills my cup to where now I know that's how I need to fill people's cups, as opposed to like in my personal relationships, I don't need to do everything to please someone. I have to set those boundaries with myself to know when it's time for me to be a little bit selfish and say, like, this is what I want, this is how I feel, and not just bend because I want to make someone else happy.
Yes. Man, I had so many points I wanted to attack. That was so good. So before I go forward, I want to say I'm going to congratulate you, because you just went through a breakthrough right now. I don't know if you realized it, but we've worked so hard, or you've worked so hard. But when, like, in the last 4 or 6 weeks, and you've always been asked, what what makes you different as a coach? Mm-hmm. And what you just said is what makes you different. And now you realize like how you channel your people pleasing because of the way that you want to impact people. Like that was a breakthrough.
That was a breakthrough. Thank you.
And I loved it happen. I was like, in my ear, I was like, no way.
Like, it's happening. Yeah. She's having a breakthrough right now.
All on camera. Yeah. That was incredible. So congrats. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's cool. I love it.
And it's cool too, because with those breakthroughs, I had one so I think we're on the same page. When mine came, I didn't know it was coming. I just was talking, and I was like, oh my God, this is what it is.
Yep.
And I could see that happening for you. It was like, it was lighting up, and I was like, Cec is breaking through right now.
Yep.
That's incredible.
That's why sometimes you just got to ramble. And I think that we have some of our best breakthroughs when we're just talking to each other.
I agree.
We just have little, like I said, this is Cec and D time. This is what it's like to
have a best friend.
Have a best friend, but also be a fly on the wall in a room next to us. Like us just having conversations about like how we're feeling, what we're thinking, and like we have breakthroughs.
We talk about how we're feeling. Yeah. We're very we talk about how we're feeling all the time too. But that's because like you can sense my energy, I can sense yours. We're just super close connected.
Yeah.
But it's been like that since like we've started too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've helped me a lot with that. So I will say, I know why I am the way I am too, because although like we were both only children, and you had more friends, and that was like how your cup was filled. So I had friends growing up, but my last years in high school, I had no friends. I was the lonerest loner of Loner Town.
Loner.
I ate. Let me tell you, if anyone from Sis Valley is here, thank you. I'm just kidding. But I ate lunch alone every day outside for the last 2.5 years of school and of high school. Every freaking day. There was like 3 times my mom would drive up and we ate in the car. Yeah. And I wouldn't take it back though.
Yeah. You probably had
I had my one spot. It was
that time.
Yeah. It was in the back of the school where I don't think I chose this spot outside because I was like, no one's gonna come out of this door. It was like a back door. And like sometimes a worker would come out and I was like, I'm just eating lunch. Yeah. But I ate there every day. And so like that time alone that's why like I'm more selfish now. Versus because I could have had friends. I was in a way different place in my life.
Well, and I also think that where you grew up and the school that you went to is probably so different from mine. And like the people that you had access to, it was probably a little bit different. I mean, not to like
no
brag on your hometown or anything, but I do think like I grew up in a super small community, super small town, and I think that there is more emphasis on creating longer lasting relationships in those types of communities.
Yeah, I agree. Mine was opposite. Yeah, complete opposite. And like people like where I grew up wasn't where the school was. So it was like, there was a whole lot of different, which is interesting because there were so many different vibes and so many different like communities within the school. But I was still alone.
Yeah. But like it's easy to get lost when there's so many different groups to be a part of. Yeah.
And I will say like when I started school, I was definitely in the party group.
Yeah.
But that's not where I ended school.
No.
Yeah.
Probably for the better.
No, definitely. Like I wouldn't change anything. I chose to sit alone, but I loved it. Like I loved to freaking be by myself during that time.
Yeah.
So I'm not, but I would like to go back. I wouldn't like to go back. I would like to meet that girl.
Yeah.
And see, like, I just want to see where's her mind at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you were there, but you weren't like fully consciously there, you know?
During this time period, I was super into like mental health, which I still am, but not. I would read books.
Okay.
And I would highlight this.
I love that.
But it was all mental health books.
Yeah.
It was like The Power of Now. And it's all like presence and like, so I think I was in my finding myself journey ahead of where everyone else was. But it wasn't, that's not like to be cocky or anything. That was just like where timing was. And I will say like, when I look at my life, because I am younger than most people, my time period with each section of growth that I've experienced has been shorter than most people my age.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
It's been accelerated to an extent. Yeah. Is that what you mean?
My party time, I feel like everyone has like a time of partying, was a shorter time period than most.
Okay.
My personal growth after the party time was a shorter time. Like it already happened. I feel like most people my age are either in their party time or just coming out of it.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah. So I feel like I that section of my life was compiled more together and happened faster. And that's,
Yeah, that makes sense. But that's why you're so amazing now.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's funny. No, but I'm grateful because it led me here with you.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy. Like the people that we get to have around us now, it's so weird because I think that you don't realize the connections that you make, how they're all going to align someday and bring you together. Like me hiring Justin 3 years ago, he's the reason why I'm here. And now I have you and now I have my team and I have my athletes and like I have athletes here in Austin. It's just like, it's crazy how it's like this spider web effect of like
it really is.
One single person that you connect with can connect you to so many other people and just bring you home to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. And the people, y'all are my home.
Yeah.
It's not like wherever y'all go to Bali. And I'm like, all right, let's go to Bali. No, but seriously, like, and I never was that way. And that's why, like, I wasn't someone that like stuck with people, if that makes sense. And so, like, I have people I'm stuck with. Like, I wouldn't change it for the world, you know? Like, y'all are my
you're not
family.
leaving me. Like I said, I'm made for life, so there's no other option.
No, seriously, though. Like, it's just so crazy.
Yeah.
And one thing, well, not one, there's so many things you've taught me, but one of the biggest things that has impacted me is, like, your people are, so in prep, for example, there were times where I would just isolate myself. I don't ever want to do that again. And like, that's what I always used to do. Like, I would just isolate myself. I did it in school. I did it outside of school. I was, isolation mode. And I felt like, well, if I don't isolate myself, like, I'm not going to grow as much as I can. But you allowed me to realize and open the doors to the people that actually help me grow and impact my life, and like what my home actually is y'all.
Yeah. Like you can still like be in prep and still have flourishing relationships and still like be around your people and pour into them. Because for me personally, like in prep, even though it's been a really long time since we've done that, like in my first prep, I purposefully made plans with my friends to go do things with them, even if I couldn't eat or couldn't do certain things, because I knew that doing that was going to be something that was going to fill my cup, even though I was tired and exhausted. I knew that spending time with them, even though it was going to be hard to get out the door, in the end was going to be something that would fill me up so much that I would be like good for the rest of the week to just fucking grind.
Yeah, I love that. And that's something like you and Juliana and I, like, we said those shuffle Saturdays. Yeah. And I was going to talk to y'all, but like we've had plans last week and this week. So, but once things like slow down as far as plans, if they do, like I want to have like a weekly, like, this is what we're doing. Like, we're meeting up.
Yes.
And like I did that with Jay the other day. I told him, I was like, dude, we're going to go out to eat even if I can't eat. Like, I'm going to pay for your dinner because I want to be there with you. Ended up being really bad Thai food. But yeah. So like that is something that I'm doing differently this year too. Cause like, I want that. I want my friendships to still like prosper and us to still build a relationship.
And still grow.
Yeah.
Like just because you have this one focus in life doesn't mean that, and you're so focused on growing that, doesn't mean that all these other things down here they can't grow either.
Yeah.
Everything can grow all at once. There are places where there's going to have to be priorities and things are going to have to come first, but everything else can grow as long as you also, give it some attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like you can still grind and be in grind mode even like with doing other stuff. I'm not saying like go out party, but like,
No, I couldn't agree more, because I think that when you're grinding, it's almost more beneficial to your work and to the grind when you go and when you have time off, because it's like training. It's literally just like training.
You're still filling your cup.
Yeah. But if like you're training 7 days a week, go, grind, you're not going to see as great of results. So with the grind, you have to find like some rest points, some breaks where you give yourself time to fill your cup with however you do that. And for me, that's with my people.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I like that comparison. It makes the prep so much easier and better, but it also, you come off stage and you have people there and you're like,
we did this together.
Yeah. Like it was, 100%. And I will say, you've always said this, in order to have your it factor on stage, it's because of the people that you have with you.
Yes. That part. I really do think that if you want to bring that it factor to stage, the people and how you interact with others throughout your prep, not just in the off season, but through your prep, the impact that you have on others, it's all going to show on stage. It's all going to cultivate to who you bring to that point. And so just remember, you can't just be a shitty person.
Yeah.
Step up.
Dude, but on that note, the biggest pet peeve is like shitty people, like talking negatively about people. I just don't, where's the concept? Like why are in your brain that you talk so bad about people?
So I actually was thinking about this morning.
Okay, good. Cause I need some clarification because I just can't find it.
Like I think that the reason people talk poorly about others, well, no, it's not even the reason why. I don't know the reason why. There can be a million reasons why, and I don't want to pinpoint that because there's just a million ways that the reason for why it's happening. But I will say, be aware of when it's happening, because I do think that when you speak poorly about others, the more that you are also going to speak poorly about yourself. It's like this trickle down effect.
Well, yeah.
And so if you have negative feelings about others and you have negative talk about others, you're also going to be having positive self-talk, or not positive, negative, very, very negative self-talk, negative feelings towards yourself. And so if you want to elevate yourself and your self-esteem, have more confidence, first of all, stop talking shit about other people and then start being nice to yourself too.
Mic drop. No, but seriously though. And like, it is true. The only reason why you're talking bad about others or even have their name in your mouth and saying bad things or their name in your mouth is because you're not confident in either, like, in something about you, whether it's your looks or internal, where you're going in life or a relationship, like something's off. It just doesn't make any sense.
No.
It's my biggest pet peeve in the world.
No, I would agree. I don't get it. I was always taught, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all.
Yeah. But it's true. But the thing is, so I agree with that. And the reason, like, this is who I am, this is who you are, like, our friend group is very positive. Yes. Anyone that's not part of friend group, well, there's people not in our friend group because they talk shit. But man, I forgot I was going with this.
Basically, like, if we see it happening in our friend group, we're going to call people out on it, and we're going to have a discussion, very open and like nice and kind, and we're going to approach them with love about it, but we're going to have to come down and find the root cause of it. Because I think that the reason why I think people have self-awareness around what they're doing, but they don't know what's causing it. They don't have a discussion about, so why are you like this? I think that that's really important, is finding the why. Why am I like this? Why am I doing this? And then finding the solution because you found the reason why. And I think people neglect that a lot, and they're just like, oh, I'm doing this, so I need to do this instead. No, find the why, find the root.
Yeah. Like, you can't just, like, if you have a negative thought and you just say, oh, I like your hair. Dude, it's not, you know, there's still like you have to unpack that.
Yeah.
I will say, what I was going to say that I lost my train of thought was, our friend group only talks positively.
Yeah.
Like, there is nothing negative that comes through our heads.
No.
Ever.
No.
And like, I think who you surround yourself by affects that 100%. If you are around people that just talk shit, you're going to talk shit, and you're also going to add to the shit talk. And then you're going to realize that you're talking shit when you don't even realize you're talking shit. And it's like, dude, now you're just another person talking bad, you know? How your friends talk is how you talk.
Yeah. And I couldn't agree more. And I think that even how you talk about yourself around your friends can impact how your friends talk about themselves.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy.
It is true, though.
A crazy concept to think about, though.
No, it is true.
Our minds are so malleable. Like, we pick up on everything around us. So being really cognizant of what you're saying to yourself, to others, about others, it's so important. Yeah.
It is. It's very important. I do like the positive self-talk right now is huge. Mostly because of the impact it has on everyone around you. And for where I'm at in my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's so much harder than than just doing it. It's so much harder than that. I don't know. Like, I really wish that I could, like, the affirmations definitely help finding that self-awareness, the root cause and why. But like, honestly, if I'm going to be 100%, this isn't to like put myself on a pedestal, but I don't struggle with negative self-talk at all anymore. In terms of like, especially with my body.
Yeah. How long has it been like that?
I would say for like the past 2 months, 3 months.
Okay, that's really big.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And I was just checking in
ever since I think it was ever since I switched to wellness. That's when.
Yeah. Well, you definitely had a fucking life-changing.
That was just like life-changing moment. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a light went off. Like you found your home.
Yeah. There's definitely moments where I'm like, oh, like it would be cooler if my legs were like bigger.
Well, dude, it's always like that.
But it's not like I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking down to myself. It's more so like, cool, I have the opportunity to like grow more. Like, I'm not being down on myself. It's more so like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm putting the work towards my goal. That's super dope. But like, I don't look at myself and have negative thoughts. Sometimes like career wise, I think that negative self-talk in terms of like who I was in my career, that ended about a week ago, like not a week ago, 4 weeks ago.
About a week ago.
About 4 weeks ago. That's when I felt really confident in what I was bringing to the table. And I didn't have any negative self-talk about that. And honestly, for the past 4 weeks, I've just been cruising, super happy. And it's just, I feel very aligned.
Good. I'm really, really happy to hear that. I'm really, really, really hugs across the table.
Yes.
No, it takes everyone time to get to that place. And once you're there, like you feel it. Mm-hmm. It's a feeling for sure. Mm-hmm. I'm very happy for you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It is. And I think it's just like having, like I said, just trust it. Yeah. And like, who knows? There can be relapses in it too.
No, there will be.
There will be.
Like last week, I had but it wasn't same thing. I was going to talk to you about this. So my negative weeks or negative days aren't same negative days that I used to have. Like I never really talk bad about myself. I never do that ever because that's horrible. Yeah. Why are you going? You're your own best friend. You tell yourself you're shitty or that you look this way or like you're not going anywhere in life. Well, dude, what kind of person? Like, okay, now you're not. You know,
what
like
are you going to do about it?
How you speak is how you move and how you think. So none of that ever comes out of my mouth, and if it does, like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But my downtimes are more so, why not me? Why is this not happening yet? But I know it's not like a victim mentality. It's more so, why not me? It is it's going to be me.
Yeah.
Like pushing forward, like keep on going. Like that does that make sense? So it's more of a like motivational accountability thing when things like that happen. So I don't really have any victim mentality like I used to, which is like, I know that's the same thing for you though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear.
Yeah. But it's the same thing that like for you, like just the growth, you know?
Yep. Lots of opportunities.
But there's so many.
There's so many.
It's the way you look at life. There's literally an opportunity. You're on here. Listening to this is your opportunity for impact.
Yeah.
What you soak up is like your choice.
Yep.
How you go about your day after this or your nights or whatever, what you say to a stranger, which I'm really big on right now, talk to a stranger, give them a compliment. That's your choice.
Yep.
And I promise you, the more you move differently, the more life moves differently for you.
Only good things, only up.
And if you need help with anything, like you know where to find us. Like Cec and I, dude, we love answering DMs.
Oh yeah,
and the amount of people that are literally like 24/7.
Slide in, baby.
Trust me, we're always in there. But the amount of people that like DM us back, like, oh, you responded.
Yeah,
dude, we're always gonna respond.
Yeah,
we're never not gonna respond unless you slide up and be like, let me get in your pants. Like, dude, get out of here.
Yeah.
But if you need anything, I'm talking like advice on what to say to a friend that's like going through some mental health issues, or you just want pizza and you just want someone to say, hey, no, not today.
Yeah.
Like choose something else. Like we got you.
Yeah. Like it baffles my mind how many people are like, oh my God, you responded. And like that honestly just makes me kind of sad.
Well, it's because most influence, like not that we're impactors. We're not influencers.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, no. It's true, but we are influencers. We don't want to be influencers, but we are influencers at this point. But we're deeper than that. We're impactors because like we're using our influence to impact. And I think that's what's different.
And I will say the people you look up to, like even with us, like we meet heroes and well, I got two things to say. There's this quote that says, don't meet your heroes. And that used to be true for a lot of people that I met. Not anymore. Well, I'm surrounded by all my heroes. But
oh, me too.
But I will say, not that I'm a hero to anyone, but if someone looks up to me in some type of way, when you meet me, I want you to make sure, or I want to make sure that you feel everything that I want you to feel and more. I want you to leave feeling so impacted and like so like positive and loving life and feeling like you can achieve literally anything that you want in the world, because the universe is yours.
It really is.
It literally is. You have so much power as a human.
Yes, you really do. You don't understand the power that you have.
Like, it's insane. Like, you literally, choices are yours.
Yes. It's all yours for the taking.
Yeah. But that's like, and I know you feel the same way. Yeah. And there's so many people out there that influence, and they just post their pics and they post their caption and they post their code, and they're like eat here and live life.
Or wear this, which actually I am going to plug.
Yeah. Pivot.
Hey. Dude.
But it's the message.
It is the message. And that's why I want to be a part of this brand. Like, it's not about the money. It's not about the followers. It's not about that for us.
What's a follower?
What is a follower? That's a person who I want to connect with.
Yeah.
Every single person that follows me, I want to know you.
Let me impact you, because you're already impacting me.
Yeah.
And even the people in our DMs who ask questions, like the more questions I get, the happier I am.
Exactly.
If I don't have any questions in my DMs, I'm sad.
Honestly kind of sad.
I'm very sad.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm doing life wrong.
I know.
Like, I really feel, at least, and I know you feel the same way. Everyone has a different, not everyone's supposed to impact, because not everyone wants to impact, and not everyone's like, that's not their motive. My motive is that. And like, you feel that same way. And so a lot, y'all asking questions fulfills our cup and fulfills our motive in life.
Yeah, it really does. Yes.
Yeah.
So please send us a message. We want to talk to y'all.
Because we love.
We do. We
love, we don't stop loving.
But do you have anything else that you really want to cover or chat about?
I just want to let y'all know, Cec and D are going to have way more talks.
Oh, yeah.
We can go for hours. Bro.
Oh, we really
could do a 24-hour podcast.
We probably could.
And we'd still be going.
That would be super fun. Just a live stream of us just talking forever.
Some snacks, some chicken.
Yes.
A scale. Dude, that'd be fun.
That would be fun. Yeah. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Maybe not 24 hours, guys.
That would be a huge challenge.
That would be a big
There'd have to be something at the end of that challenge. Like,
yeah, we would need some compensation.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it needs to be something.
Yes.
But we're going to have lots more Cec and D talks. And we'll do different types of different
topics.
Yeah.
But this is kind of just the intro to what we are, who we are, and how we talk to each other. Yes.
But this is who we are.
Yeah.
Cec and D.
Cec and D.
Hey. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you got impacted today.
Yeah.
Do you have any last things you want to share with them?
I do not. Just continue to be relentless in your pursuit of whatever you're going towards, and know that whatever you're facing, whatever struggle, whatever adversities you have to face, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Your people, lean on them, trust them, and just pour into yourself and your people. And I will say, if you're struggling with anything, I want you to do this. This is going to be really cheesy, but I used to do this all the time. I want you to write "Be Relentless" on a sticky note and stick it up on your mirror. Yep. And honestly, just because it would make my freaking life light up, send us a picture, tag it. Please. That would literally, I would love if y'all do that, I'm literally going to cry. That would make my entire day. I would literally cry. Yeah. When I see that, I'm going to cry. Yeah. I'm going to do it. Oh, I love that. I'm going to do it too. Yeah. I have sticky notes in case you don't have any, by the way. I think we have some at home. Okay. They're probably mine. They're probably yours. Dude, I have so many. You should see. I have so many notes. Anyways, just remind yourself. Yep. That was D. And this is S. And we love you guys. See you next time. Bye. Bye. I hope y'all really enjoyed the podcast today, leaving it feeling more relentless than ever. But we have a few things that we would love to ask of you, so I'm going to give this over to Noah. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you could, I know that this is your new favorite podcast. Please leave a 5-star rating and review. Leave any comments and questions below. And make sure that you're sharing across social media so that all of your friends get to listen to
the greatest podcast on earth.
And if you have any questions about any topics that we talk about or anything at all, fitness, competing related, anything, we'll hit you back up, Instagram or in the podcast under, if the comment box is there, then we will definitely answer your questions and help you out as best as we can.
Absolutely. So leave those 5-star reviews. Let us know, and we'll talk to y'all again soon.
Have a relentless day.
Bye.